Hi, welcome to the channel. Today I'm gonna be doing some explore mode, going for platinum. Recently, GeoGuessr added a platinum medal, which is if you get 25,000 points. See, there's this little green like leaves or something on the outside. And my current record for Canada is 24,998, and I need a perfect score of 25,000 to get the platinum medal. So we're just doing a quick run through of trying to get this medal. So this is future me talking, so we'll see how it goes. First, what I saw here was said the city of Waterloo. So at this point, I know we're not in like Quebec and some of those other eastern provinces that only speak French. We know that we're probably in Ontario. I recognize Waterloo, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm thinking Ontario. I come down here to get the street names, so I have bearings for to like triangulate later. So I see Caroline and Bridgeport and then Albert. So at this point, I look here to see if this says anything. It says Martin Chiropractor Clinic. And now I take a quick look at the map. So I look for a long time trying to find Waterloo. So I'm not sure how big of a city it is, where it is. It could be in the west, but I'm thinking it's probably Ontario. So I only quickly look at Manitoba, places like that. But then I continue going, keep going, try and look for more clues because I'm not 100% sure yet. I could have just sat there and looked for Waterloo for a while, but that'd probably take longer. And again, I see it in Waterloo Park. So I'm thinking Waterloo Park right now. We see a little Shopify building. Haven't seen that before. Some train tracks that might be useful later. Look around what this is saying, rethink waste. Not too helpful. See, that says Canadian Clay Glass Gallery. I mean, of course we're in Canada, we know that. This just has the name of a bank on it. Not too helpful yet. So keep moving. Move along some more, and here we see a big sign, a really important sign. The sign says just not only Waterloo Park and University of Waterloo, but says City of Kitchener, 1.2 kilometers away. And now I know Kitchener 100% is in Ontario because there's a hockey team there, a junior hockey team called the Kitchener Rangers that play in the OHL, the Ontario Hockey League. So I know we're in Ontario, but I don't exactly know where Kitchener is. So I take way too long to find it. It takes me a long time to find Kitchener. I look all around Ontario, looking for Waterloo, looking for Kitchener, and I know they're like 1 kilometer apart. That's not very far at all. So yeah, I'm gonna keep looking. I'm not even looking in Ontario right there, but eventually I'm gonna find it. I look back to make sure. Waterloo. I don't know where I'm looking here. Then we come back. We're not on that Ram Island. We're probably near Michigan, because that's where most of the big cities are located, and there's Kitchener. So now that we have Kitchener, we just have to go and zoom in until we see Waterloo. So there's Waterloo. I guess it was much smaller than I expected it to be. And here's Waterloo Park. Again, we saw Waterloo Park before. Just click there for now, just to keep my bearings in case anything happens, and return to start just to find the streets we're on. So we're here to take a quick look around and find the streets to triangulate our location. So move back and just looking for any like buildings that might be on the map. There's a Emmanuel United Church, but yeah. So we see Albert Drive or Albert Street or something in Bridgeport Road, and there it is, a Bridgeport Road. Found it right away. Now we just have to find we see Albert Street again, and now we're just finding the exact buildings that we're next to. See exactly how many blocks. We're roughly 1.5 blocks away, and then just counting the houses and putting it on the marker. So there we go, yes, and perfect 5,000 points, only 1 yard away, so that's pretty nice. Now we move on to the next round. Now this one already looks much tougher, because the last one was in a city, a pretty big suburban area, or even urban, you could say. This one looks pretty rural, and so we just look at the streets here for the future. First Street and 6th Avenue. And now we just look around for clues. So, gonna speed this up. Move quickly. Don't really find anything for a while. Just keep on searching around. We see this says Toulon. It's pretty important. But I don't really know what that means yet. That's just some brewery. Again, it says like Toulon. I already said that hotel. And I'm pretty sure we're in the city of Toulon right now. But I don't exactly know where that is. And I know we're in Canada, English speaking somewhere, probably English speaking. But right here, this is very important. It says Manitoba agricultural like services. So Manitoba is this province where there's Winnipeg and some smaller cities. But I still don't know where Toulon is or anything like that. I could look for a while, won't find it. And I do look for a while and I don't find it. So I keep searching, move along, see if there's any other important clues. But at this point, there's not. It's just going to be Toulon, Manitoba. So, and keep moving. It's just more things that say Toulon. Some little stores and things like that. So I just returned to the agricultural, food, and other services of Manitoba. So just I'm thinking rural Manitoba. It could be like just North Dakota. Seems appropriate, like right type of area. But I don't know. You just have to look in every city and just find the name. So this is gonna take a little while. But spread it up a little bit, and there's Toulon. So now that we have found Toulon, it's pretty simple. We just got to triangulate our location. We've got the city. It doesn't even look that big. There's not a lot of people live here. I'd say 1,000 people maximum. So now we just have to remember that we were at First Avenue and 6th Street or something like that. I'm gonna go back to the beginning to make sure. Return to start. Look at, we're like one or two houses over this way, one or two houses over the other way. Now we look at and see that we're at First Street Southeast and 6th Avenue Southeast. So I just quickly find it, 6th Avenue Southeast, First Street Southeast, and then move back south to our starting location. So we know that we're roughly there. Maybe so we have to see which houses we're in line with. Just make sure quickly that that's 7th Avenue Southeast right here. So we're halfway in between, sort of, between these two streets. Yep, 7th Avenue Southeast. So see what house we're in front of. Roughly like one house over. So this should be pretty easy to find. And there we go, 5,000 points. But now we move on to the next one. So here we go. So this also looks kind of similar to the last one. It's not very urban at all, pretty rural. But I'd say it's more suburban than the last one. It looks a bit more built up at this point. It doesn't look as bleak. But here we see School Street. We see there's a little fire station over there. We can go check it out. And we look at the name of it, Middleton Fire Station. And there's a Canadian flag and two other flags. I think one of them is probably the flag of the province, and that's not one I've seen before, so I don't think it's Toronto or British Columbia or even Manitoba or Alberta. I think it's one of the eastern ones, like one of the islands on the east of Canada. I think it's around there somewhere. I have that in the back of my mind as I'm looking around everywhere. But at this point, we know we're in a city called Middleton. I think we're probably like in New Brunswick, around that region. So here it just says town history, not too helpful. Keep it moving. Some more things that say Middleton. It's church. But yeah, right away I think Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, somewhere around there. So I just search for Middleton. So I searched for a little bit. I'm not really getting anywhere yet. But yeah, probably gonna zoom into some of these islands here. It might be Newfoundland. I don't really think it is. And keep on looking around, see if I can see anything from this far away. But now we start to zoom in near Moncton, and just keep looking around, see if we can find Middleton anywhere. And there it is. What did I say? So at this point, it's gonna be pretty easy to find. We just have to find a fire station or School Street. We saw that we were on School Street, so I don't think that'll be too difficult. So I'm just looking around at the streets so far. Nothing's really happening. We see Church Street. We know we passed a church, so it might be there. So now if we just see a School Street nearby, that's where we are. But yeah, we'll search around a little bit. We see School Street is right next to Church Street, so I'm thinking right there already. We're just gonna make sure there's no fire department on the map anywhere, because I'm also looking for the fire department. But yeah, we zoom into the church. We pass the church, and we'll probably return to start soon to just be 100% sure. I don't really know exactly why I'm going down this road too much, because I think I saw a sign for Commercial Street too. But I was just looking for the fire department. Yeah, here we go. We know we're at School Street. No, between School Street and Commercial Street, I think. So we come back in there, we find School Street, and we know we're near the church. We're thinking that building is the church down there, and there's two buildings here, though, this house and a fire station. So that does make sense. But on the map it says there's the Royal Canadian Mounted Police instead, so I don't know, that's kind of fishy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're right here. So we'll just make the guess. It looks right. Line it up with the house, and 7 yards away, 5,000 points. Could have been closer, but not too bad. But yeah, so we quickly found that we were here in Nova Scotia. So that was pretty easy. That was a nice little vibe round. But then we move on the next round, and things got tough. This looks very northern. Like, just initially, the camera quality is like Gen 1. It's terrible camera quality. We look at the sign. The sign, oh, yeah, I think it has Inuit writing, and then also English and maybe some other languages. Not really sure what those flags up there are. Trying to get a better look. Not going to. The camera quality of this region isn't great. GeoGuessr needs to, or Google Maps needs to send out a new car for better quality. But yeah, I sped this up. I looked around for a while, and I found Cambridge Bay. So we're now Cambridge Bay, Nunavut. So we go find the province up there, and now we just quickly search around to find Cambridge Bay, and there it is. So at least we got some English to find the city. That's pretty nice. But still, we're going for 5,000 points, and there's not you can't really make out too much. You can't read everything around. There's not a lot of signs. So we're looking. I know there's some building here. That's what the sign behind me said. It's just some random building. So I just look around and see if I can find any other clues here. I just see a lot of random houses. The Google Maps thing is moving really slow because I think there's a guy walking. So you have to click a lot to get around. You can't just like zoom fast. But look, you can't really make out what that says. Coming down this way. We see here is a hospital. That's cool. So we know there's a hospital there. So we're around there. We know we didn't travel too far. So we should be able to get 5,000 points here. So it's a bunch of little kids can look at the camera. But yeah, so we're just looking at what the streets look like, how they're bending. See if we can find the Arctic College or whatever that says. And yeah, we're just looking at the streets, looking at all the bends. So we know we're exactly there where I marked it right now. Now we just return back to the building where we were initially. We found that it's this nice long building. So we're just a little bit to the side of it on this Tuktu Street. So just make sure where we're lined up further to the right a little bit. Yeah, but there we are, 3 yards away. Not bad. Not bad for this round. Being so isolated, far away, middle of nowhere, pretty much. That's like Arctic Circle, I think, at that point. Yeah, but I was happy about that one. Get a little mouse wiggle. So on to the final round. If I get 5,000 points here, then that's a game over. I get my platinum medal. So I just didn't want to throw at this point. So I was gonna be very thorough. I looked around a lot. Here we're moving up. We see this says Lac Cascades Hotel. So already thinking Quebec, one of the French-speaking provinces. It could not be, but it probably is. But now we're looking around some more, and we see just French everywhere. So I'm pretty sure that we're in Quebec around there somewhere. So we're just looking. We see Lac Saint Jean. So I'm looking for like a Saint Jean Lake because I think that's what that means. I think that's probably where we are. So I look around for a while. Don't really find much. See, keep looking. St. Lawrence River. Don't really know. I'm skimming down that. I'm looking for maybe a city that says Lac Saint Jean or the lake itself. But there's a lot of lakes, as you can see. There's a lot of water here. So I'm not feeling very confident about finding anything. So you're just looking around some more, trying to find this near Montreal, near Quebec City. There's like Lac Saint Pierre over here, but nothing too much. We're looking to see if there's any French over here. Not really. There's not really any French up there. Maybe the eastern part of Quebec. Don't really see anything too promising there. All the cities are on the coast. This doesn't look very coastal. It looks like we're on a river or something. We see something that says St. Jean, but it's on the lake. But then we come over here and we find Lake St. Jean, so that's nice. So we just put down our marker there real quick. I'm pretty sure we're around there somewhere. We know we're start on a bridge, so that should help us find where we are. So I'm just gonna look at some bridges now. That bridge doesn't really match up. This bridge doesn't match up either. There's a lot more going on where I am. And I see Centerville, so I look around for a while trying to find the Centerville. But I think that just means downtown. And I also see Via Sacré-Cœur east. So I think that's like on a freeway or something. We see an airport like Tremblay or something. So I just go to this Chicoutimi airport, try to see there's an airport in Saguenay. Don't really see too much yet. Looking around. Look around, we see some more downtown signs. I think that's what that says. No, I don't speak French, I don't know. But this bridge looks okay. We look DuPont and try to see if we find DuPont. And I think we do eventually. Let's see, this is Route 169, so I'm pretty sure over there we look to see what names we see of buildings that we've passed. We're trying to find Harvey Street. If we find this Harvey Street, then we know we're in the right place. That sign doesn't really help us out too much. But this one looks better, I think. We know there's west and east, the water. It's an east-west river here. So that looks right. We're just trying to find how close to the center we are. And the perfect 1 yard, 5,000 points. We did it. Platinum medal. Full 25,000 points. That's awesome. So we'll view the summary. And there we have it. There's our platinum medal with nice little green leaves around it. The Greek wreath or whatever it's called. So we've received our medal. And go to the game breakdown. Come on, let's click it. And took us 40 minutes to get 25,000 points. It's a bit long. Probably be able to do it in a short amount of time next time if I do it again. But yeah, here we look at all our locations. Some middle of nowhere. I'm happy with that Manitoba one. That was a pretty nice one. The one in Nunavut was annoying. But here, yeah, we come down. We see now we have our Canadian platinum medal. So we have platinum medals in the US and in Canada. So there we have it. It's looking nice.